Kia ora and welcome. Can everybody hear me out there in Twitch land as well as here live in Swamp Territory, Palmerston North? I'm getting a thumbs up from the middle. So we will begin very shortly. We have a mihi here to the Manua Whenua. Ko tarurua nā pai maunga, ko Manua Tutu Awa, ko te marae o hene te tātou Pounamu, ko Rangatane te iwi. We acknowledge the ancestral lands of the Manua Whenua, Rangatane me ona hapu. Such lands of life and beauty. Tēnei whetu ki te rangi ko Rangatane nui ki te whenua. As there are myriad of stars in the heavens, the Rangatane people are numerous on the land. Ngā mihi, mahi oa ki ko tātou katoa. And with that, ko Edge, toku inoa re te rapa. And my name is Edge. Welcome to the first of two games today. And with me we have Squirrel.
Ko Gillian toko ingoa. My name is Gillian. Ko Squirrel toko ingoa re te rapa.
So we're here to welcome the first of the two teams playing today. So rolling out very quickly in the bright green, we have Nelson Bays from the South Island. So Nelson Bays, when you're ready, please come and say hello to the people watching live and on Twitch. You're getting the last minute instructions from the bench. And playing for Nelson Bays roller derby today, we have number 10, Jam Tart. 105, Perky Nana. All the ones, 1-1, 1-1, McLovin. 1-5, Chaos. 155, Freya the Slayer. 267, Vengeful. 325, Crash. 367, Stitches. 373, Glutes. 418, Disaster Strike. 45, Prince Harming. 505, Arsehole. 54, Cherry Bomb. 73, Resting Fitch Face. Have I got a t-shirt for you? And number 94, Scrappy Roo. Benching for Nelson Bays is Dracon. That is your team for Nelson Bays roller derby. They're going to show you their numbers, so you can see who to yell at and yell for, scream nice and loud for today in this game. Spin it to win it. And the nice fluorescent greens. Nelson Bays and friends. Taking on Nelson Bays today is the home team, Swamp City Roller Derby.
Yeah, go Swamp City, my home team. 1-2 inches, we've got Princess Di. 1-7, Q Dot. 1-7-5, Jaws. 1-7-9, Precious Pitbull. 1-8-8, Queen Big Punch. 2-2, Simba Rogers. 2202 Rutherford, 222 BT Butcher, lots of twos. 247 Still on Call, 28 Māori Vixen, 31 End of Daisy, 42 Sonic, 47 Trouble, 94 Flirty Harry, And on the bench for Swamp City, we have Tumeke Bute and Missy Tero. Let's give it up for Swamp City.
And keeping both teams in line today are our officials. Of course, we can't do Derby without the officials. So for game one, the referees today, we have Mr. Fox, Jersey Girl, Morpheus, Firecracker, Madonna, and Pseudo Stripes. Those are the officials on skates. Here are the referees here. Lovely stuff. And of course we have the NSOs, the officials off skates. We have BT Butcher's Tabariki. We've got Dr. Riversong. We have Kablam, Hariatu, Page Not Found, V, Professor X, B and Eminem, Unholy Roller, Crazy Horse, and Pitbull. So just a quick note for those of you who are live as well as in Twitchland, myself and Squirrel will be running on a self-imposed 5-second delay. We will be doing our best not to give away any strategies or anything occurring on the track straight away. We don't want to give either team a heads up. We want them to play Derby as best they can without any interference from ourselves. But we will do our best to keep up to date with what's happening on track, as well as anything the officials call as well. So don't think we're calling it late. Gotta love the official. Right, first jam of the day, of game number one.
Well, here we go.
Out and lead. First up, we have Nelson Bays. 1-0 jam. Tart has grabbed lead. Swamp's jammer Simba is out of the pack as well.
Oh, there's a lot of whistling in this game, isn't there, Edge?
We've got technically seven referees, just the 6 at the moment with whistles, plus we've got the jam timer as well.
Is that for actual jam? I don't understand. What's a jam?
A jam is what we call the sections that make up a roll derby.
Huh, okay. That makes sense.
And the two people that are thinking, where is the ball? The two people that are technically the ball that score the points are the jammers.
Hang on, did you just say there's people who are the ball?
Yeah, you can think of it like that. So
okay.
Out and subbing for the ball. Jamming for pro teams. We have a 4-1-8 for Nelson Bays. That is Disaster Strike.
Oh.
Coming into the back of the
There's a lot of falling over. Is that normal?
It is normal.
Okay.
But, as you see, full contact game. All players have got protective gear, everything covered.
Okay.
So they can hopefully bounce back up straight away and get back on those wheels and keep rolling.
Why is there people who've got stars and people who have stripes? Can you tell me that?
I can indeed. So currently on the track, the players wearing stripes the Germans, they are your point scorers. And the players that are wearing the striped helmet colours are winners. They have had sort of a role change over the years. Their roles are now pretty much backup Germans.
Okay.
So for tactical reasons,
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Why is the ref pointing at that person with the star hat, the jammer?
that's because there's a lot of noise in roller derby. You have to go with a lot of hand signals, so non-verbal communication. So that is a hand signal to identify that you have lead. Therefore, you can call the jam before the 2 minutes is up. So it's an advantage. You do want to get the jammer status.
Okay, so if the jammer is pointed to, they're in the lead.
They have lead jammer status.
Okay. Okay.
And you'll see the other jammer from either team. It's not they'll have a different signal. Give it to them. Shot by crash from Nelson to stay in bounds. Both skates were in the track and just used the one hand to balance themselves to keep in balance.
So then it all just starts again.
Pretty much, yeah. So if you don't have lead and the jam is going for the full 2 minutes, then the jam timer is in control and they'll pull the jam off after that 2 minutes and then we start over again.
And the people without a star or a stripe, what are they doing?
They are your pockets, so they are looking to be either fully defensive, holding back your opposing jammer, and or offensive, helping their own jammer through any more time. I suppose I never followed basketball, but similar to basketball, you've got to switch it up depending on where you are.
Oh, yeah. Offense or defense.
That's it, yeah. So you need to stay doing the one thing for the majority of the game, or you've got to be able to switch between the two.
Okay.
Because you see that. You probably have a power jam, no doubt.
Oh, someone's in one of those chairs over in the middle. What's that all about, please?
Start the jam off and fill you in. So, if you are assessed a penalty by any of the officials, you are sent to the penalty box. You sit for a maximum of 30 seconds altogether. You are assessed a penalty for 30 seconds, so you sit for 20 and you stand for the last 10 seconds.
Okay.
So Derby being an American game, of course, we have American measurements where we're on the feet. So if you ever hear the no pack call, that means the two teams are too far away from each other to be playing Derby, so they've got to get together again, and that is really within 10 feet.
So they all basically have to squash together all the time.
So the track today has been marked out with the yellow and black tape. So players know where to skate, and you see there's also black and yellow lines within the track as well. They're marked out between, they're 10 feet away from each other, so that allows the officials as well as the players to know.
I have heard that the rule book for Derby is 95 pages long. Would that be accurate?
Pretty much, but it does have wide margins, so there's as much text as you
And
can
large
use.
font?
At the gate straight away, grabbing lead, we have still Paul with a 247 for Swamp.
Am I allowed to be biased since I'm from Swamp? That's pretty cool. Probably not. Okay, good to know. I won't be.
If you cheer for one, you cheer for all.
I'm happy for everybody. Derby's the winner today.
And
Do they still have to stay together as a pack? Is that an all-the-time rule for the blocker people?
It comes down to a proximity rule, to be honest. You've got to be within 10 feet of each other playing duty, but you can spread out.
To a big long line of individual 10 feet.
There's
Okay.
lots of quirky little games in derby. It starts off with derby game, goes on and strategies. One you will see players who will spread themselves up the track, and that's called bridging. You bridge forwards, so keep your legs on the play, and then you'll see them spread themselves back, spaced out down the track, and that's called waterfall.
Waterfall.
Waterfall. Forward, yep, down.
Yep. Do they always skate one direction?
90% of the time, yes, indeed. You've got to go derby direction, which is counterclockwise. You can skate the other way in non-derby direction, which is clockwise. You just cannot make contact.
Okay.
As part of that 95 pages of rules.
At half-time, do they change direction or anything like that?
Not in the standard play track roller derby, but if you do play short track roller derby, then you do.
So is this considered a long track?
This is flat track roller derby. It's band track roller derby. There are different rule sets of roller derby.
Okay.
I was at this night just this week gone, and there are five rule sets of roller derby.
Sounds a bit like bridge and the bidding systems that I know very little about, so I'll stop there. Is it true that the refs are sometimes referred to as zebras?
Yes.
I can see why.
Yes, indeed. The referees, when they meet the dazzle of zebras, hits the stripes, lead and jamming for score. There's no way they make a quick big punch. Coming around looking for points up against Nelson. Big punch. By the stripes.
Do you reckon most of these people have been skating since they were kids?
Actually, no, the majority don't have a skating background.
Whoa.
They come to learn to skate, or learn to do the class and go from there. You can look at the old artistic skater, jam skater now and then, but most of them strap on the pair of skates at the first time and let it go.
Wow. Looks like they've got some pretty crazy moves out there. And it's very noisy.
Skaters do like to have the noise on the floor. Just how busy.
Okay, what's happening now? It looks like there's a huddle going on somewhere. Is it a break?
No, next jam's on.
Oh,
And this is jam. I think both teams are setting up on the back line, which is the jam line. But the huddle to see if either one was going to change the strategy. But no, push it through the middle, grab more points, and Simba. Making sure they get a good shot from the photographer as well. A couple of photographers who's Peter Jensen and also Mike Aaron on the cameras. Making sure we get some good derby shots, derby faces, and
so can you just like bash into people and get them out the way?
Yes, technically no.
Okay.
There's a lot more to it. Whilst derby is a full contact sport, obviously there are things you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to use your hands. That's supposed to be bad. A bit like football.
Yep.
Soccer. Use your lower legs pretty much from, I suppose, the knee down. So that would be a penalty.
And what happens if they go outside the track?
You have to reassess, because derby's all about established position. Who had the established position on the track? Was it yourself or was it the opposing player? So if they stay in upright, the inbounds upright on the play, and you've got to come in behind them, help them out. Otherwise, all the nuances come in.
kind of like in some other sports, it's who had possession.
Both teams were on the pivot line, which is the line at the top of the track straight away. Nelson changed their minds. Run away to try and take the back line. Looks like it's worked out so far. They're going to go back to stop. Of course, the name of the game is getting the jam status. Got Flirty Happy, Bobby Bates, Ruby as well.
How do they get points? Seems a bit random.
It doesn't tell you the ins and outs. So it's all about the hips and doing. People think it's the feet, the wheels on the feet, but it's not. It's all about the hips. So that's why you're going to see skaters on one skate and toast up straight slide line opposed to the other. To get that advantage to go past the hips. Running back jam time from Nelson. Decided to tip their hips just a little bit more to see if they could try to draw a penalty from jam time. He's got to go behind the hips because they've got time on their game. Also good enough to break their jam stats as well. They can use that jam to
Do they sub a lot in Derby? They seem like people are swapping in and out all the time.
Yeah, I suppose I'm going to go back to basketball again.
yeah.
January lineup, so you maximum of 4 blockers and 1 jammer, so as well as the keep an eye on that, keep it over on the side. To get some lineups again, because that could be hectic at times. So each skater has a maximum of 7 penalties.
What happens after that? They out?
That is they found out of the game, that is the game done and dusted.
You seen that very much?
On occasion. It hasn't happened to myself yet. For a number of reasons, but you know what? We have penalties to make sure that we play the game as safe as possible. There's that picture I was talking about earlier. So Swans reached out in front to keep the Nelson skater in play as long as possible. It's disaster strike for Nelson. Get past each of those Swan players. Working hard for them.
There's a lot of people in the middle with clipboards. What are they doing?
Everyone loves a clipboard. So those are the NSOs, non-skating officials. They will be keeping track of penalties. So making sure no one gets to the number 7 or unlucky number 7th penalty. At the moment we have a power jam. That means it's just the one jammer on the track. So this is where one team has to go fully defensive and the other team goes fully offense.
they tap their hips, what does that mean?
That is the jammer giving the signal to the officials that their jam rep saying they are calling the jam off before the 2 minutes is up. So you've got to tap your hips at least twice.
Is that because they're tired or is there more strategy?
Could be that, to be fair.
It looks like a very energetic sport out on this track.
If they've got their eyes on their heads up, they'll be looking at each group who will be also giving them the same signal. When to call the jam or when to give the jam back on, whether they want to get points on the ball or when it's very strategic to call the jam off so they can get a lot of fresh air of the skates out there. And jam for a small bit here. And still call the 247, aka stop. Whilst triple threat of Pitbull, 30 here, beats a watcher of coming out. Nelson May has taken the start pass. Everyone will punch now.
Yeah.
Too much to open up a hole. Other teams take advantage of.
Do they have to always be moving? Are they allowed to stop and just stay still for a bit?
You do have to be moving in every direction, which is obviously counterclockwise. You do not have to be moving fast. So you could just be stepping, so long as you are just going.
So they need to be moving in some way.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you are stopped and you are making contact with an opposing player, you are pretty much in the lineup for a penalty. So a stop block or a stop block. And if you go the opposite direction, which is non-derby direction, making contact with an opposing player, that's definitely a penalty. And there's a direction of game penalty.
Are there different types of penalties, some worse than others? Longer time in the penalty box?
There's a hierarchy of penalties. You know what? Being a part-time ref, I should really know the hierarchy, but...
No pressure.
No pressure. I can picture them in my mind, but having to verbalise them is another thing. So, as you know, there are different areas of the body you are not allowed to use with roller derby. You cannot use your head, so you cannot lead with the head. You cannot aim for the head of an opposing player. You cannot use your feet.
I was going to say, I don't think you could use the skates as any kind of defensive item.
So when people are like, oh, my head is kicking and punching and rolling, what are you watching? No, not at all.
So what's happening now? Are they all having a little rest?
Team timeout last week. So each team has 3 timeouts. They last for a minute each. They can choose whenever to use them if they do wish to use them. And each team also has an official review as well per half. So out and looking for a small spear, Silver Rogers. The teams will use all of the timeouts. Affect both teams as well. It's great to reset your team if you're having a bit of what they call penalty spiral. People keep going in and out of the penalty box. Or if you just want to reset your lineups, they just want to go quickly.
Oh yeah, just a chance to gather yourself.
And also the official timeouts can call official timeout finish as well. If there's anything they need to address. Track maintenance, or if they just tell teams to send it down a little bit. So the teams at the moment on the back straight away, hustling forward.
Oh, they just swapped the hat. You don't get to see that very often.
So that is the start pass. That's the original jabber passes the start cover to the pivot who has the strike and hands over the roll of jabber. Pivot, another goes jabber, and
awesome.
Welcome back to Roller Derby. Great to see you.
Do you reckon, are they talking much on the track to each other and to the other teams? Is there much like banter that goes on?
Each team, each lineup will talk to each other. Then each know where they're going to be on the track, who's doing what, whether they're going to be offensive, defensive, skating forward, skating backwards, and who's going to you got to when you can opposing team. Just depending on where you are, really. Status of the game. Everyone's got a serious game face on. A bit of offensive work like working hard. Jams out through, using their edges as well. Great point. Let's check it on the scoreboard. We have 83 on the board for Swan City, 40 on the board for Nelson Bays.
What's the highest derby score you've ever seen? Okay, that's a lot of jams.
Kudos to the team who came second, I guess. Just Team USA in Roller Derby. I couldn't tell you who their opponents were, sorry to say. No doubt
They won, right? Team USA won the World
Yes,
Championship.
just recently, yes, in Austria.
Nice.
40 plus nations and teams taking place.
Was that someone's time out then?
Yes, that was Nelson Bays taking a time out. He was in one of the three.
It's very different to artistic skating.
There's a little bit of spinning involved, but yes, bodies have to be a lot less upright. I'm going to say elegant, maybe, but I've got to say the people who do play roller derby do have elegant moves, just in a different way. Fabulous footwork as well. Skating in different shapes, not necessarily circles. Still on board, being past the last blocker from Nelson Bays, which is Prince Harvey. Still on board, he's going to be jam status.
Why does roller derby use not people's real names?
Yes, it's a throwback to roller derby. You've got your government name, I suppose. Your day-to-day name, and then you've got your alter ego. Derby originally evolved out of endurance skating. Around about the Great Depression, late 1920s, early 30s. Simulation evolved into a bit more of a spectacle rather
lot of people in the penalty box at the moment. It's getting pretty busy over there.
That's just more paperwork, unfortunately, for the NSOs.
More clipboards and more computers. Do they sometimes get a penalty because they want to rest?
Official time. Both teams getting themselves set for this next jam, number 20. The first half. That's about right. Most halves usually have anywhere between, I guess, 19 to maybe 24 on average jams. They don't run for the first 2 minutes.
So Swamp City have fewer people on the track at the moment because of the penalty box. Is that right?
Lead goes to Nelson Mays. And it's again number 94, Scrappy Rouge, jamming for Nelson. Currently jamming for Swamp is Kudosh, number 170. With the rotation of the players, they can see backwards and forwards. It does at times seem like there's a continual war of colour you've got to get. Today it's that progressive green. Kudosh making their way past. They have returning Swamp players.
Are they allowed to hold each other?
You can make contact with your own team, but if they have contact with a challenge from an opposing player, you must contact them. So whilst you can get touchy-feely with your own teammates, to a certain degree, of course, no hands for the opposing players.
What's the coolest move you've ever seen anyone do in a game?
The coolest.
Move.
Well, I think we've yet to see an apex jump.
Ooh. Wonder if one of the gems will bust one out today.
Definitely a number of skaters from both teams who are highly capable of taking an apex jump. Of course, conditions must be right and suitable.
I assume you're not talking about the wind.
Players have got to be just the right position for an apex jump to be attempted. You'll know it when you see it.
If I miss it, make sure that you give me a nudge.
So remembering, of course, we are at a 5-second delay. We're trying not to give away anything that's happening. It's very important, of course. Lots of cool things happening from both teams. Heavy hits to hold up both jammers, as well as recycling them back, hitting them off the track and taking them back.
If the clock has stopped, they're still going.
Indeed, so the period clock, which is 30 minutes, has expired, but the jam is still going.
So the last jam can finish if they want. Oh, okay.
So if there is another jam, and of course there is another jam, jam time from Nelson Bay. Calls the jam on before that 2 minutes is up. So we have half time now.
I better go and conduct the band.
Half-time scores, we have 95 on the board for got approximately 14 minutes on the clock before we start the second half, but we will be having halftime entertainment brought to you by Squirrel and Co. So the halftime entertainment is Awatapu College Jazz Band. Just getting themselves set up in the corner by corner number 1. And this will be the Awatapu Jazz Band led by Squirrel. Amazing job there for Squirrel and
The Awatapu College Jazz Band.
shout out to them. David
Woo woo! Yeah. Yep, they're a good bunch of kids most days. And we had some ex-students and a couple of staff members helping us out.
Fabulous. So no one had to be sent to the penalty box then? That's what we like to hear.
I think I will start a penalty box at school though. I like the idea of it. And not just for 30 seconds either.
Well, back in the old days of roller derby, the penalties used to be 1 minute. Imagine that.
Well, at my work, the class goes for an hour, so 1 minute wouldn't touch the sides.
Yeah, room to play with.
No, they're great kids to work with. I love it.
Jam 1, second half, game 1 is underway. We have Scrappy-Roo in the green. Nice fluorescent green taking on Simba Rogers. Those are the jammers of note for both teams. The penalty box is currently clear. Of course, we do know that the curse of the MC can happen at any time. Out and grabbing lead for this first jam is Nelson. Scrappy-Roo gets past both Jaws and Sonic to grab points for Nelson Bays. Here's the signal from the Nelson bench to keep going, get those points and call it when ready. Unanswered points on the board for Nelson Bays, that first jam. Both teams decided to start at the pivot line, but then roll back towards the jammers, set themselves up.
Yeah, is there an actual start line?
There is indeed. It is at the rear of the straightaway, I guess. Where we're sitting would be the far straightaway, which is the straightaway closest to the team benches. So we have the jam line, where the jammers start behind, and then we have the pivot line, which is at the top just before that first corner. So the blockers must start in between the jam line and the pivot line. Otherwise, things occur such as false starts and penalties. And roller derby, upright, inbounds, and then play. To play the game of roller derby. Two lead jammer statuses in a row for Nelson Bays. Looks like they've had a fabulous halftime team talk.
Yeah, everyone looks like they've come back renewed with a lot of energy, but Nelson Bays do seem to be bringing it.
Lots of talking from both teams. Could be anything, of course, but most logically it'll be strategy. Who's doing what? Who's going where? Not what they're having for tea, or who's doing what at the after party.
A motivational speech. So at the World Cup, did they have like high-tech set up for out of bounds, things like that?
No, it's pretty much low-tech. The only sort of high-tech stuff you have in roller derby these days are electronic whiteboards for keeping track of penalties. So we've gone from the old-school whiteboards to tablets and actually the streaming services, which is great because those teams and leagues out there that are able to stream roller derby live, we thank you because it keeps the game of roller derby close, really, and that it's nice to see what other leagues and countries are doing strategy-wise. The world is a small place when it wants to be.
Is there a lot of strategy? Because when you're a bit inexperienced and you're watching, it really just looks like a big pile-on.
Yeah, my favourite word, schmoz. It does.
A schmoz?
Yeah, a bit of a schmoz at times.
Schmozzle?
Yeah. I mean, the aim of the game, really, the team with the highest score wins, as we know. And there is no ties in roller derby. If at the end of full time there is a tie, then we go to extra time to find the winner.
So How,
you see the
how much
strategy-
extra time?
Oh, well, it pretty much, it's, you start scoring as soon as the jam start whistle goes. So strategy at the moment, we've got all sorts of things happening. We've got stars coming off. We've got recycling at the back of the pack. We've got reforming at the front of the pack. We've got calling off the jam going backwards.
And someone's into the penalty box. Oh, 2 people for Nelson Bays. Are there many arguments with the refs in Derby? Oh. Is that one of the higher penalties?
You can disagree with the referee, but I would strongly suggest you keep it all to yourself and have a yarn about it afterwards, and also buy the referee a drink to get to the nitty-gritty. Otherwise, you do your homework and you read the rules yourself. Because, as we know, the referees, what they say goes. Now, there we go. There's your footwork. Toe stop. Staying in bounds is Sonic from Swan. Jamming for the first time, I do believe, today. It may have taken a star pass or two in that first half, but starting off as a jammer for Swap, because it is a power jam. Power jam, of course, is when there's just one jammer on track and their team can concentrate on offense. But hello, back on track is Jam Tart for Nelson Bays. So both jammers currently are doing their thing.
Can you call off a jam when you go out?
You can indeed. So long as you don't skate off the track to avoid a hit or a block. So you can call the jam from the ground even.
Why is it called a jam? It's a very strange name, to be honest. There's a lot of very strange words in Derby, actually.
There are, I suppose, yeah, there's all sorts of things. As I say, there's waterfalling, there's ridging, there's eat the baby, there's get a goat.
Eat the babies?
Eat the baby, there's which you
Did you say something about a goat as well?
get a goat, yeah. It's just terms that have occurred. I suppose you get those in all sports and, just things that are unique to them.
Yeah, but eat the babies, that's a bit rough. But,
Not too sure how that one evolved, but some teams switch them up, of course, and call them different things. We've got Precious Pitbull and Vengeful saying hello to each other on the floor. They're both back up now, though. Flutie Harry making room for still on call. Whilst Nelson Bays bridged up the top to keep still on call in play for as long as possible. Whilst at the back of the pack is the Swamps crew. Setting themselves up. Looking to hold back Scrappy Roo, but Scrappy Roo took the gap that was given on the inside line on that apex. Corners 3 and 4.
So the refs have Derby names?
The referees do have Derby names indeed. You're going to ask me to list them off, aren't you, without looking at my paperwork? I can do that because luckily they all have their names on their shirts.
I'd hate to put you on the spot.
So on the outside, who are currently rolling into the inside to have a yarn with the rest of the other referees, we have Mad Honor and Mr. Fox. We've also got Morpheus, who's travelled from Napier. We've got Firecracker and Stripes and Jersey Girl.
Do many of these refs also play Derby?
They do indeed. Firecracker is a former player for Richard City Roller Derby, and Mad Honor is a player referee for Swamp, the host team today. Mr. Fox is a speed skater, both on quads and inlines, I do believe.
Also, derby skates look very, very different to all the other type of skates that you might see perhaps on, I
Actually,
don't know,
yeah, you're right there.
Trade Me or something.
Other than the stock skates you get, usually for your first pair of derby skates, pretty rare to find two pair of derby skates that look exactly the same. So it's your preference to the make, model, and types of accessories such as the wheels, toe stops that you wish to put together on your derby skates. So that was an official timeout. Michael Whippet grabbing lead Janice status very, very quickly is Nelson Bays. Disaster strike in 4-1 There's lead Janice status. There we go, calling jam from the floor as you can do. Took the hits. I've seen jammers flat on their backs, calling the jam from the floor. Still got a smile on their face. Well, smiling on the outside, I suppose.
Now I can see someone over in the distance with a fan. I like it. It's very old school.
All doors are closed today. Normally, if it's hot and it does get hot in swamp territory, or very muggy at times, we do have the roller door open. But because we've got both audio systems working today in regards to here live as well as in the Twitch stream, we've got the doors closed.
Also, I hear it's quite windy.
That might have been imported from Wellington. The old windy Wellington. Yeah, why not? Go around 1 foot, backwards, do all the things. Jam chart calls the jam just before Swamp can come around for points.
So they can go backwards as long as they're still skating in the...
Doobie direction, yeah, anti-clockwise. I know.
Anti-clockwise.
Sort of plays with the old brain there, doesn't it? Got my pronunciation correct here. 1-footed glide that we saw the previous in Te Reo Māori is Tauhoka. It's like the whistle's just gone and Simba Rogers grabs lead. Just like that.
To watch it, it's kind of like watching brutal dancing.
A little RBA, a little bit of that, a little bit of rugby on skates, stock cars on skates. You've got to come in, as we see, Princess Di.
Nope.
Doubling up Nelson Bays skater. Making the gap to Simba Rogers. It's currently a power jam. Both teams have recognised that. Not giving away anything untoward.
Oh, there's a nice little cuddle.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Derby community.
good sporting vibes.
Yes. Simba Rogers recognising the great two-wall work of Glutes and Vengeville to hit them out off the track at the top of the apex, come around corner 4. Lead assessed to Swamp City. Still on call, just getting past that last blocker up the top from Nelson Bays, which was Western Fitchface, number 73. So the jammers do have to complete their initial lap before lead jammer is assessed. So they've got to get through both sets of blockers. The hips of both sets of blockers, and the first one out cleanly, no penalties assessed, will be assessed or awarded lead jammer status. So that's what we're looking for.
And so if you're a blocker, Are you blocking the blockers? Sometimes.
Yes, indeed. Of course, your main priority is to block the opposing jammer, and of course, when they've either gotten out of the pack or been sent to the penalty box, you're therefore switching roles and blocking the opposing blockers to get your jammer through, wherever they may be. So we had a 2-4 then, coming through. Nelson grabbed the lead. So they had a dual defensive, offensive work by Crash, who made the gap, offensive work, and then held up the opposing jammer directly afterwards. And then you've got the other blockers for both teams who are pretty much fighting for, I suppose, it's not possession, it's more space on the track so they can sort themselves out and get themselves set for when the jammer comes around to either help or hinder.
What kind of personality does it take to play derby?
Anyone willing to give it a go, I suppose. We've got all sorts in derby. We've got the loud ones, we've got the quiet ones.
The quiet ones? Really?
We've got the rules nerds, we've got the statisticians, we've got the people who love the paperwork, we've got the volunteers, we've got the hustlers, we've got those who have ADHD, we've got everything in between. Having a fight with my microphone and headset. Nearly came off second best, but I told it what's what. Keeping an eye on the scoreboard. The points update, 134 on the board for Swan City Roller Derby and 92 on the board for Nelson Bays. Hustling to get to 100. Only takes a couple of jams, as we know, a couple of power jams. And you're right back in it. No pressure, teams. Okay, we have the good old schmoz on that jam line.
The schmoz. It's my new favourite word.
There we go. It's an edge thing. It's a New Zealand derby thing. Let's make it a thing, peeps.
A thing.
We do. A disaster strike went up the guts for the Sir Bradley jammer status. Nicely earned 4 points for Nelson.
Looks like everyone's fighting hard the second half.
Oh, we all love a close game. Of course, some of these players will be playing 2 games today because we do have a second game coming up. Swamps home game, intra-league game, featuring the Quad Bombers versus their Trauma Queens. Lodi Harry and Pitbull. Holding up Nelson Bays jammer whilst still on course, hunting for those points.
Whoa.
Went to the inside line and said hello to Perkinana. Got bopped out the way by her ACDC teammate, Amber Daisy. And it's all high fives as we go. Smiles all round, as I say. The only ones who have to really keep a straight face are the officials. You know, you can't give away who you're cheering for because we don't cheer for anybody apart from ourselves. It's referees.
Are we
and
officials?
They always win. Oh, we're not officials.
Oh, that's right. But we don't cheer, except equally.
rewatch the game back either on the Twitch feed or when it gets put back onto YouTube down the line, and you can yell at your heart's content. Cheer for all the good things that are happening on the track.
You can also watch it at half speed on YouTube, which is always helpful.
That is true. 'Cause, some of these skaters are quick. Oh, fancy footwork from McLovin. Get past Sonic. Dye shuts the gate. We've got Vengeful trying to make a hole for McLovin, whilst their teammates are holding up Q-Dot at the back of the pack. There we go. What did I say? If you look for it, it doesn't happen. We have a Dubeke, a Leap, an AKA,
Oh, what happens if the hat comes off? Is it essentially points get paused until the hat is returned?
So this is where you're testing my knowledge of Derby here.
Oh, apologies. Again, no pressure.
So I get called out by all the officials, either online or after the game.
As long as someone somewhere knows the rules, right?
Well, you know what? If in doubt, make it up.
There you go.
Make it sound convincing. Oh, big hit from Vengeful against Princess Di, or was it Princess Di against Vengeful? Instant replay. So when we talk about Derby as a contact sport, that's what we mean.
Yeah, there's been a few pretty epic, oh, I don't know what you'd call it, but like slams.
Yeah.
Is that a derby term?
Yes, indeed. So the jammer cover can come off during normal play. If the jammer takes the jammer star off their helmet to pass it to their pivot, and they were lead jammer, they relinquish lead jammer status. But of course, if it comes off during normal, because we've got Velcro and things, on the pads and things like that, it can come off during normal play. So the referees will assess that then. Hence we have a zebra huddle in the middle at the moment.
So you don't think they're talking about what they're having for dinner either?
No, they'll be conferring about the rules and the legality of that previous jam.
You think they're just going to ask ChatGPT?
No phones as yet have been sparked in the middle.
Swamp Buncher, they love their noise, don't they?
Gotta love a good cheer and a chant.
Yep.
Racks the team up, hopefully gets the crowd involved as well. And the score update, because of course I've only just noticed Nelson Bays have gotten over 100 points. They're on 109 on the board, 149 to Swamp City.
Is this considered a close match? Or hard to know?
40 points in it, and I can do those maths. The teams have made it nice and easy for me, and I thank you.
I'm sure they did it just to help the maths right there.
Yeah, I think we were having pretty much a jammer race. It's when both jammers get out of the pack nearly at the same time, because of course one's got to be assessed lead. So it'll be a tactical call before the second jammer comes out.
So you lead jammer right from, as soon as you're in front, you're lead jammer.
You've got to get past the last upright inbounds in play blocker, which should be assessed lead jammer. I do believe there's also the engagement zone that we talk about as well, which is 20 feet from the front of 20 feet out the front of the foremost in play inbounds blocker, and also at the rear, 20 feet from the rear as well. So hence so many referees who've got to keep an eye on all the movement. Getting into all the technical bits and pieces, don't want to bore you.
I'm still trying to get my head around thinking in feet instead of metres.
That's what I say. Thanks, America. Disaster strike is jamming for Nelson Bays. Up against, still on call for Swamp City. A recycle back by Flirty Harry on the Nelson Bays jammer.
Did you say recycle?
Recycle, that's when you get hit out off the track and you've got to come back and go and come in behind the player if you haven't got past them already. They're basically making you do it all over again, recycling. Another one of those derby terms. Still on call, grabs the lead on that second corner. BT Butcher holds up vengeful. It was pivot for Nelson, but now has taken on the jamming duties.
I do like everyone tries to make sure everyone else is okay when they fall, no matter which team.
Absolutely. I mean, you can get injured playing any sport, doing anything really, you know, walking out the gate really, you know, to start your day. So
Me on skates walking out the gate, yep.
it's always nice to check in with your teammates as well as the opposing team.
Yep.
No one likes an injury. So we've currently got an official review. So each team has an official review for each half, and of course, seeing as we're in the second half, the first half ones have now disappeared. They were not used, so...
Is this when someone questions a call or something like that?
Yes, indeed. There we go. You got it straight
Oh,
away.
yeah. Well, it wasn't a derby term.
So in my limited experience of roller derby, usually an official review is called for the points, checking for points, well not checking points, just but there was an error in that previous jam, or usually to assess a penalty on an opposing player. So, you know, so you can get an advantage for the upcoming jam.
So what happens if a call was found to be not what was called?
So you can either win or lose your official review. So if you win it, what you requested hopefully will be done, sort of thing. And
So points taken off or points added or
you've got someone sent to the penalty box.
Okay.
Those are the usual three outcomes, I do believe. And otherwise, if you lose your official review for whatever reason, nothing occurs in the jam.
so no penalty for losing the review.
Yeah,
Okay.
you basically you lose it. Yeah, if you
Okay.
win your official review, you actually get to you keep it.
So you can have another one if you need it later.
I believe so, but then that's it. So, yeah, it doesn't transfer.
What page of the rule book is that?
Oh. It's in my skate bag.
Is it actually?
I do it. I did actually bring my skates today, just saying, not to play but to referee. But Swamps have got it well in hand and under control. They don't need me. I'm just going to talk my way through these two games. You know, as I say, make it up. And do my best. I'm sure there'll be people out there that will go, well, actually, I think you'll find on page XYZ.
Yeah, they'll know the
forward."
page.
Yeah.
The YouTube commentaries.
I'm happy for you to do that. I no qualms at all. I'm being pulled up on my lack of knowledge or believability.
Is there an official rule book?
There is actually a lot of addendums. The rule book is looked at every so often. A lot of people are asked to feedback, which is great. So trust me, roller derby was a lot more technical.
Was more.
Yes, indeed. Pad it back now. Okay. Well, from what I can tell here, and you never know, I could be making it up, looks like Swamp won that official review because it is a power jam in Swamp's favour, which means Swamp is the only one with the jammer on the track, and that would be number 17 Kudos. Nelson do have a full complement at the moment of blockers on the track. Managing to hold up Q-Dot. Because remember, it's all about the hips, people. You've got to get past the hips of the opposing player to either grab their point if you're the jammer, or to have superior position on the track if you are a blocker.
In basketball, everyone's tall. In derby, we see all different kinds of people. Are there advantages, disadvantages?
This jam has started. I think everything's an advantage for derby, whether you're tall, short, slim, a little bit not slim, however you want to describe yourself, because you bring something to the game and to your team, league, no matter what. Jamming for the first time with the start today is End of Daisy, number 31 for Swamp City. Nelson, unfortunately, have had jammer return to the box. So it is a power jam for Swamp City. Both sides of the offense and defensive work of each team in practice. Swamp's deciding to set up at the back for the beginning of that jam, while Nelson took the front line.
Also, I did notice that on the way past, Simba did some lovely posing. Is that a common thing in derby?
I suppose if you've got time and you notice the photographer, everyone's always wanting a good picture. We always complain about the dirt places. Photographers do a great job, though. They
Photoshop.
Well, I've never seen Photoshop take. Well, I definitely need Photoshop for my pics if and when they do it. The photographers can, on average, take anywhere between 300 to 400 photos, I believe, per game, and then they obviously edit those down.
And they might get 4 good ones.
Yeah, it's the blurry ones, out of focus, problems with the lights. So always remember to credit the photographers. We've got Peter Jansen today and Mike and Aaron also floating around with cameras. They will be sending the pics to Swamp City so in the next few days. So do look out for Swamp City Roller Derby's Facebook page. Those photos will be up on there.
A lot of people involved making this happen.
Yes, indeed you have. In a game with Derby, you have 7 on-track skating officials with 1 reserve, as I've been reminded to say. And then you also have anywhere up to 13 non-skating officials, all of the role to play. And then, of course, you've got the volunteers as well. We've got the
Halftime entertainment.
halftime entertainment was fabulous today, yes.
My own personal plug there for Awatapu.
Back on track, we have the pivot versus pivots.
Oh, that sounds like a cool band name.
Pretty cool, huh? Get some good band names out of the roller derby. Flirty Harry going in with the hips against Scrappy Roo, whilst BT Butcher took the star for Swamp City. One-minute timeout assessed or asked for by Swamp City. Scores on the board, 186 to Swamp City, 113 to Nelson Bays.
It looks like perhaps Simba has joined Nelson Bays over there. Does that ever happen? They just decide to ditch their own teammates?
Only in the fun games, you know, the scrimmages, black and white scrimmages, or the fun themed games. We might switch at half time depending on injuries or just numbers. Shake it up a little bit. Bays have put up number 1111 McLovin jamming for them up against Sonic number 42.
Still in.
Yeah, Sonic just had to get past the resting fit face.
That's an excellent name.
And also with Stitches as well. Fitch was the pivot at the start of the jam, but McLovin has handed that duty over.
Is that why the star helmet hat thing is quite crooked?
Yes, indeed. So long as you can see that star design.
No one cares if it's not lined up properly.
Back in the day, they used to.
Oh, is that one of the paring down of the rules you mentioned? Yeah, I can see. Oh, is that time? We could just keep chatting.
Well, indeedy, look at that. Chatted the second half away.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for that that rolling whistle to say end of game to confirm that score.
So unofficial, is that when they're just waiting, counting, double checking, triple checking?
Yes, indeed. Which any last minute points that need to go up on the board, but we've had that rolling whistle. Official score is 189 to Swamp City Roller Derby, 116. Great score from both teams. 116 to Nelson Bays. Hence that huge cheer at the end. last jam, which ended in a star pass.
So now do they all have a dance?
Cheers from both teams, which is fabulous to hear. If you are here live, you can come on down to the track and high five both teams and officials.
Oh, everyone's loving it.
Grab a photo with your favourite player or official, of course. Photo bomb if necessary. And
Do they still have to leave their mouth guards in for this part? Because they're a bit weird looking, gotta say.
Always looks great when you've got a colourful mouth guard and a fabulous photo there. Congratulations to Swamp City on the win. Thank you so much for Nelson Mays for travelling up from the South Island for this game.
May I say thank you, Edge, for your tips, advice and knowledge.
You're most welcome. We will be back for the second game.
When's that start?
I do believe the second game is scheduled for about 3 o'clock New Zealand time. So not that far away. A number of these players will be swapping shirts for the intra-league game that Swamp City are putting on next. That's the Quad Bombers versus the Trauma Queens. Thank you so much for listening live and as well as listening and watching on the Twitch stream. We will be back momentarily for the second game. And we'll see you then. Thank you.
Ka kite. Well, in the Trauma Queens, we have number 158, Pitbull, playing as Scalp Ball. Number 1986, Bordeaux Bombshell, playing as La Cure Bordeaux. 404, Page Not Found, playing as Paging Doctor. So that was for the Trauma Queens. And in the Quad Bombers, we've got 211, Completely Squackers, playing as Squack. 545, Short and Sweet, playing as Secret Air Service. 800, Boo Boo, playing as Boo Boo Barzini. I started my Learn to Skate with these guys. I'm still very much in the Learn to Skate mode, but I am so stoked for them to be busting out their first game.
Fantastic. We love it when a new group of skaters joins the roller derby fraternity. First game's always fantastic.
We've already had one bout today. Do you think that because there's some newbies or freshies, they're going to be a bit more gentle?
I'd like to say yes, but you just never know. Things can change. Okay, so we are going to say hello to both teams. So first up, Squirrel, you have dealer's choice. Who would you like to say hello to?
I'll just go to the left. Oh, hang on. We're getting some late information from one of the refs. Something about a song?
We get music by the looks of today.
All right. Do we just leave it to it for a bit? I wonder if they'll sing karaoke derby style.
Oh, yes. I think I know what's coming up.
A speaker has just arrived.
Should we do...
Yep. I think they've got some logistics to sort. Some actions.
All right, let's get the ambulance ready. Fire up. Are they listening? Wee-oo, wee-oo.
Excellent sound effects, Edge. I'm not sure they can hear us. They're very focused.
111. We need assistance. Trauma Queens.
Hopefully not for a code brown.
Here they come. Here are your Trauma Queens for today. We have number 158, Scalpel. Number 17, Antidote. Number 1986, La Cure Bordeaux. 110, Devil's Daughter. 22, Simbacort. 2202, Rutherford. 222, Butcher. 404, Paging Doctor. 64, Brain Trouble. I hear you there. 94, Hurty. And benching the Trauma Queens, we have No Parlays. Ambulance bringing up the rear. There we go. Wee wee, make
Literally.
all the noise. Oh, so dramatic.
That must have
Trauma
taken a
Queens.
lot to coordinate. I hope that's not a sign of their strategies.
We were just talking about that in the half. The flopping, aka Hollywooding rule. And that was your Trauma Queens and the white with the fabulous red accents.
Oh, now we have the Quad Bombers flying on the track. Number 12, Danger Zone. 112, Squack. 175, Bug Out. 188, Biggie Tools. 1271, Tumeke Bute. 28, Maori Viper. 247, Stock Balls of Fire. 367, Stitches. 42, Sonic Boom. 545, Secret Air Service. 800, Boo Boo Barzini with Merlin on the bench. Now there seems to be some semaphore Oh, we've got a loose wing. Air traffic control has got them lined up.
Yep, sonic boom. Yep.
Yep. Oh, they're turning around. Oh,
Wings askew.
will they be allowed to keep those wings on whilst playing? Is that a defensive approach?
None of the quad bombers would, the trauma queens would like that. Tactical interference.
So you're not allowed props?
Only for the intro.
Okay.
Although we could challenge no parlays to keep that ambulance on all game. Yep, parlay says yep, they're up for it.
It looks very aerodynamic. Oh yeah, taking the wings off is using up a fair bit of game time.
All right, wings away. We have the referees, the officials on skates for this second game. We have, in no particular order, Mr. Fox, Jersey Girl, Morpheus, Madonna, Soul, Crash, Resting Fish Face, and Pseudo Stripes.
I recognise some of these folk from the earlier match, not
Yes,
in the
indeed.
ref stripes. Would that be correct?
Yes, indeed. Some of these have played the game before, and some of them refed the game before. Doing all the things. Plus, we've got our NSOs as well, the non-skating officials for this game number 2. We have Dr. Reaversong.
Oh,
Oh, we get a song as well.
they're stealing our thunder.
Our NSOs are Dr. Reaversong, Firecracker, Kablam, Hariatu, V, Professor X, BNMM, Unholy Roller, and Crazy Horse.
The refs making the most noise today out of refs and both teams.
Best chant ever, gotta say. I do like the fact that technically both teams have benches that are on wheels. Have wheels will roll.
All lining up.
Okay, live here in Palmerston North, Swamp City territory. Those of you in the crowd, I hope you're cheering on your friends, family, mates, those who are having their first game today. We want to hear all the cheers. First jam
Ooh.
underway. Word of the day, as we know, is schmoz. It's a schmoz up by the pivot line. Out first, grabbing lead. Out of the Trauma Queens. That's paging Doctor 404.
With a rather shoddy looking star, I must say.
It's gone through the wars. Doc grabs the points. Trauma Queens on the board.
I do know quite a lot of these people, and I think Trauma Queens would be better named as Drama Queens.
Well, going by their introduction just before, you're not wrong.
Although they weren't very good, so at the drama. They're good skaters, but the drama may be drama paupers, I have to say. They're going to hear this, and I'll be in the poo.
The dog box, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. So we've got first person sitting down in the penalty box. So one team has got an advantage. Let's see if they make the most of it. Jamming for the Trauma Queens is Antidote, number 17. Stuck behind a wall of blue. Is up the front is Secret Air Service. Got that yellow star on for the Quad Bombers. I think you might find some of those Quad Bombers have kept their sunnies on.
Yeah, I wonder if that's an advantage, like in poker when you can't really read people.
We'll see if it pays off. Hopefully they stay on and don't become a liability on the track. Quad Bombers have passed the start. Shimiki Bute has taken on jamming responsibility. Took the outside line. Got past the hips of Devil's Daughter.
I know there was a few nerves out there today for the first bout ever. Very exciting.
That's why it's great to have such a collection of freshies, fresh meat. Another old school doobie name. Or I suppose they're tenders now that they're playing, as opposed to just training.
Is that legit what they're called?
It's,
Did you just coin that phrase?
I won't put my name to that one. So at the moment we've just got an official timeout, just conferring with the NSOs in charge of the computers. Jam has begun. We have jamming for the Quad Bombers, Bubu Barzini. That's one of the freshies, now tenders. Grabs lead. Confident start, first game. Trauma Queens have passed the star. So, skater of note has switched from scalpel to silver. Have a bit of a yarn between the two jammers. Will we get back to the pack round by corner number 2?
Not sure anyone here's had lunch, so I think that's what they were chatting about.
That puts the Quad Bombers on the board. 10 points. The Trauma Queens just 2 behind.
Early days, but a very close match. Oh, hang on. Scores have been adjusted. Oh, no.
We have some water followed by the team in Navy. I was going to say blue, but Navy's a bit more accurate. At the back, holding up Antidote. Whereas up the front, Devil's Daughter. Glass lighter defence for the Trauma Queens, going up against stock walls of fire.
With shades on even.
Yes.
It is quite bright in the arena today.
Gotta look the part. It's that shiny helmet of, say, Princess Di, aka Danger Zone. So bright, you gotta wear shades.
Yeah, a lot of Top Gun vibes out here.
It's been a while since I've watched the movie, as well
Same.
as the sequel.
There's a sequel.
Yes, indeed.
Must have been a popular one.
Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, and of course the parodies as well. People remember the parodies. That's Hurty, number 9-4, jamming for the Trauma Queens. Doing the inside, outside, inside line. Switcheroonie. But also jamming for the Quad Bombers. It's Stitches, 3-6-7. Now Hurdy takes a seat in the penalty box, leaving Stitches, solo jammer on the track. Gunning for all the points. See what I did there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Good one. I actually was trying to figure out the rules.
Stitch has decided to look for the inside line, see if there was a gap there. Trauma Queen shut that gap down. Here come the cavalry from the teammates. Back on track now, both jammers.
Also, I noticed the Trauma Queens have a more legitimate looking star.
One of the things about roller derby over the years, it's very much I suppose you say, a handmade sport, and that there's a lot of handmade bits and pieces that go on, people's uniforms, helmet covers, seat covers. You get to express your creativity in any which way you like. As long as you leave the glitter at home, that's fine, because as we know, glitter gets everywhere.
Glitter on skate wheels, not nice.
Peggy Halls has got the star for the Quad Bombers. Antidote has it for the Trauma Queens and has grabbed lead. Just checking in with their jam ref to make sure they've got the lead jam signal, which they do. Bubu Barzini. See if they can pick up all the points on offer. Whilst we've had a star pass from the Quad Bombers. Biggie Tools have passed the star over to their pivot. It's danger zone. So we've got smiles, high fives, and all the giggles up by the first apex, corners on 1 and 2.
So a lot of shoving goes on. A lot of shoving.
All legitimate. You can't shove with your hands. You can throw your own teammate around. You just can't do it to the opposition. As we know, no hands are involved in derby. Out and lead are the Quad Bombers.
Squack.
Squack is one of the new graduates today, up against Paging Doctor, 404. Nice bit of footwork.
Yeah, that took a lot of effort getting through there.
No one likes to do lunges any day of the week, but when
No.
you've got to do lunges on skates and get up and continue skating, that's
Not a good time.
a nice recovery. both jammers are looking for all the gaps. Currently the penalty box is empty, so we're doing okay with regards to all the bad things. Keeping those to a minimum, which we do like to see. Quad Bombers have grabbed lead. There's Bubu Barzini, number 800. Got recycled, had to make their way back through to ensure.
Well, there's that recycling again.
Yes, indeed. Again, it's all about that superior position on track. If you get hit off the track, and the person who hit you off stays on the track and upright, you have to come in behind them.
Is there something that refers to any kind of derby compost?
Compost.
Because if there's not, I think we could try and...
Oh, I see what you mean with recycling.
Yeah.
You know what? At the end of the game, I expect there's quite a lot of rubbish that does need to be sorted out.
I was thinking more of a cool move that involves sliding on the ground or something. I'm sure it'll happen at some point today, a compost move.
Biggie Tall sets grab the lead for the Quad Bombers, whilst the Trauma Queens have taken the opportunity to pass the star. And that's now gone to Butcher, number 222. Lots of twos and the Trauma Queens today.
Can the star be passed back?
No, once you pass the star, once the original jammer passes the star to the pivot, no takey backsies. It is yours. That's why sometimes pivots decide not to make eye contact with their jammers, and just.
Is it a special relationship between a pivot and a jammer? Love-hate, maybe? No, it's all love-love at Derby.
Pretty much. Oh, we've got a pivot line start. Both teams deciding to give their jammers a run-up. Doing what they can to negate that run-up. Interesting tactics from both teams. So you get some speed on, can be pretty hard to stop. What are you up to, Simba?
Oh, getting some of the compost off the track.
Derby compost.
Derby compost.
And lead goes through Secret Air Service, number 545.
So good to see my freshy OG folk burning it up.
So the game will go by like a flash. You've been building up to this all week. Q-Dot on the toe stops. Wall of white at the back, trying to hold up the SAS, Secret Air Service, or SAS for short, I suppose. Any which way you have it, whilst the Quad Bombers,
palindrome.
Yeah.
Very exciting stuff here.
SAS or Secret Air Service calls the jam before Q-Dot can come around for points. That sometimes they can sneak the odd one. Checking out the scoreboard, we have 40 points on the board for the Quad Bombers, 30 points on the board again for the Trauma Queens.
I just think it's time to do a little shout out for the person who's keeping the track in check. Little bits of tape wherever it's needed.
Yes, indeed. It's no official name in Derby. Track buddy, BT Butchers, Tamariki. Now look at that from BT. If you can do jumps on your toe stops, you're way ahead of the majority of us on roller skates. Sonic Boom gets past BT Butcher. Looking to call it before Butchie comes around for points. Lots to celebrate in that jam, though. Both teams pretty much hung out on corner number 1. So not a lot of rolling.
The corners are numbered.
Yeah, well, there's only, well,
Actually, there's no corners. What are you guys
wow, it's like a
talking
squared
about?
circle in wrestling, you know.
So corner number 1 closest to the start line.
No, well, pivot line, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in that direction.
Antidote doing a lot of jamming for the Trauma Queens today, up against, I do believe that's Tumeki Butte. Just had Devil's Daughter to get past. Big smiles there. Have a chat about that on the way home, no doubt. I can see some large lenses by the photographers. We're going to get some wide-angle shots or some very, very good close-ups.
Some extreme. I hope everyone's. Doesn't matter if you haven't brushed your teeth, got mouth guards on.
That's where that Photoshop comes into play, hopefully.
What if the Trauma Queens all have red mouth guards? Well, that was a lot of whistling all in one go.
It's the referees all in unison, which is fabulous. Of course, in roller derby, there's a lot of whistles. So the jam is called. You'll hear 4 quick whistles from either a jam ref or the jam timer, followed by another set of 4 whistles. Jam is on again. We have Secret Air Service, number 545, for the Quad Bombers.
The musician in me wonders if they tune their whistles.
I don't know about tune, but they do have a particular ones they do like to use. Fox 40s, I believe, because of the pitch.
I'm learning a lot today, but I didn't think I'd learn about the brands of whistles. So there you go. Expect the unexpected at Derby.
I know the name. I've probably got the model number wrong knowing myself.
Someone will let you know, I'm sure.
Excellent job by Secret Air Service, aka short and sweet. 545 has lead. Force the Trauma Queens to pass the star again. Bit of hooting and hollering round by corner number 1. Better be some good things happening.
Then again, we have, well, actually, I don't know their fun name.
Yeah, Secret Air Service, first penalty ever.
Oh,
As a jammer as well.
hope they're getting a photo of that. That's a memory you want to keep.
Simba says hello to Bug Out, aka Jaws. Still saying hello. Everyone's decided they like the inside line for some reason.
It feels cozy.
That's it. It's a good place to set yourselves up, build a house, invite some friends. End of jam. Let's see how that shakes out on the scoreboard.
Everyone's smiling. That's a good sign. Also looking a little bit sweaty. Hope they Photoshop that out.
That's brought the Trauma Queens right back into the game. Everyone loves a close game. It's 48 to the Trauma Queens, 51 to the Quad Bombers. If my maths is correct, that is just 3 points.
I can confirm that. 3 points.
There we go. We'll take it. We'll go with it. We'll run with it. Danger zone. Takes out Antidote. In the meantime, Boo Boo has lead. Rutherfords. Strong ball from the Queens, trying to hold up Boo Boo. And that previous pass, both teams haven't moved too far. Queens were forced to pass the Star, or aka the Red Cross, as it is today.
Is that derby legal?
Yes, indeed. It is these days.
Messing with the Star?
Yeah. Again, old school derby used to just have a star on the helmet cover to denote the Jammers. So long as the symbol is recognisable for the Jammers these days, you can pretty much have any symbol. Even the World Cup, some of the teams have the outline of their countries, or potentially a symbol for the country. I believe Canada might have had the maple leaf.
That's got to be a good one.
New Zealand may have had a silver fern at one time. There we go. So we are at intermission half time. 14 minutes is on the board. Counting down to the second half. Still a tight game. Quad Bombers out in front. 61 points on the board. Up against the Trauma Queens with 52. Both teams seem to be enjoying themselves, having a great time. Smiles all round, which is great to see.
A lot of hydration going on.
And even though derby's a winter sport here in the Southern Hemisphere, New Zealand, we still get our warm days.
Less so in Palmerston North, Papaioa. Oh, where's the ambulance off to? Not a real one for anyone concerned. A prop.
That's true. I have been told that the Trauma Queens bench is out of uniform.
What
yeah.
page of the rule book is that issue?
Not necessarily a rule book of a Swamps player online, Pestilence, hi, number 1080. Pest has told me that No Parlays is currently out of uniform. Please, so No Parlays, you have been invited to take a quick seat at the penalty box. You are currently out of uniform.
I don't think they can sit down while they're wearing the ambulance, though. It's a bit of an issue.
You can lie down at the penalty box.
Is that allowed?
No, you've got to keep those seats free just in case anyone decides to come and join you and have a chat.
Any weird things not allowed that you wouldn't think of?
Good call.
Like, could you wear, I don't know, crazy skates or something? Or massive wheels, like four-wheel drive wheels or something? Could you wear full body armour? Probably
I
not.
haven't seen it. I have seen those Zorba balls that
Ooh.
yeah, but these are the ones that you're not fully encased in them. I've seen those on skates as a half time. Yeah, 2 versus 2. So you have
I feel like I would need one
blocker,
of
one
those.
jammer for
Yep.
each team, and for them to be there was
Guess
a
you can't
half-time
have a pivot
entertainment.
in one of those.
No, if you are jamming, you are jamming. You cannot pass the Zorb ball in there.
Are they supposed to stay on the same track?
Yeah, same size track, yeah. I can't remember. It was an American league that did it for a half time. The referees used boat oars to keep the balls on the track to help guide them on. It was fantastic and hilarious to watch at the same time. So, skates off to them.
Yep. Something for us to aim for.
Now, it looks like we've shortened half time. We're at 7.5 minutes, so do what you got to do before you sit down to cheer for the second half of this game. And we will be back.
And we're back for the second half. Teams are ready. And they're off and rolling. Both teams have got a full complement of players, so both teams are fielding all 4 blockers and a jammer each, which is great to see. Looks like the doctor is in. Paging Doctor 404 has grabbed lead for the Trauma Queens. What a great way to start the second half. Forcing the Bombers to pass their star to Sonic Boom.
There's still some shades. Quite impressed. That's some stickability.
They probably stapled them to their heads.
Oh,
That's the
literal
way to do it.
stickability.
Staples, double-sided tape.
I used to staple the hem of my school uniform. Not into sewing.
You know, if it does the job, that's all we can ask.
It did rust in the washing machine.
Okay, now you live here watching these players in the hall, if you can hear us, I want you cheering for the Skaters. You know we've got 6 new Swamp players playing today. One of them is your lead jammer, I do believe, which is Boo Boo for the Bombers. Simba being asked very politely to report to the penalty box. For what I do not know, I missed.
They
There's
look
a wall
very
of
relaxed
officials.
though.
Yeah,
Looks like an armchair.
not too fast. This jam is going to go for the full 2 minutes, I do believe, because we've had a star pass and the Trauma Queens will line up. 12-inch Danger Zone decides to recycle back the Queen's jammer.
It's kind of like an awkward game of chess.
It is.
Very awkward compared to chess. Stylish, but that was almost a dance move.
Jammer switcheroo in the penalty box. So we have some power. That jam ended in a power jam for the Quad Bombers.
Still 10 points difference. Still very tight. And still good, easy maths for us.
Bombers have sent out the Viper, the Mouldy Viper. Sunglasses and all for this power jam.
Stapled on, we're guessing.
That's it. They're not coming off anytime soon. This interleague game does have shorter periods, so we're running 20-minute periods as opposed to the usual 30. Mouldy Viper, free and clear.
Flying like the airplane, Top Gun.
Yeah, making it look good.
Making it look easy too.
Q-Dot held up by the Butte, the Tumeke Butte.
I'm sure I saw a small moment of waltzing. I'm going to call it a bit of waltzing there.
And Q-Dot grabbed the inside line that was left open. The Doctor and Hurty. That's what you do. You look for the spaces that your team makes. Antidote did exactly the same thing on that straight away. Liqueur Bordeaux held the inside line nicely for Dot to jump round. That's the way to end a jam. High fives and smiles all round. Points for both teams. 67 for the Queens, 80 for the Bombers. Both teams initially parked up by the pivot line. They decided to roll back on the jammers, take away any run up. Stock balls of fire sitting in the penalty box, having done something wrong for the Quad Bombers, which leaves the lone jammer, 158 Scalpel. Scalpel on the track, coming around for points.
All stock balls of fire out of the penalty box now.
Nicely held up by Devil's Daughter at brain trouble.
If a jammer takes the hat off and doesn't pass it, can they put their hat back on?
They can indeed.
So they can just flap it around for a while.
It does mean that, of course, if it's a scoring pass, if they do not have that jammer cover on their helmet, they're not scoring points.
Ah,
So, yeah,
that's a reason to put it back on then.
absolutely. So, of course, but both jammers do have an initial pass that they do have to complete before they can start scoring points, of course. So the question was...
Oh, like Monopoly.
I know.
You don't get your $200
Exactly, you do not pass
passing go until after you've been round once, depending on your own house rules. Derby doesn't have house rules, does it? That get confusing.
House rules, huh?
Oh, Uno.
Sounds like the
Yeah.
YouTubers I would like to watch. We have... Oh, look at this. Love it, love it, love it. So number 545, that Secret Air Service up against La Cure Bordeaux, number 1986.
Both in their graduation Kemu.
Yes, yeah, and both taking different lines, which is great to see. So SAS decided to go to the outside line, whilst La Cure Bordeaux, or Bordeaux for short, of course, was going to take the inside line. The SAS is taking a seat in the penalty box. So we have just the one jammer of note currently on the track.
So is that called a power jam if there's one jammer, or is that something else needed?
No, you are correct. That is a power jam to the Trauma Queens.
I'll be.
This is Bordeaux Bombshell, aka playing today is La Cure Bordeaux.
I'll memorise the.
And then, of course, we've got the fun stuff happening at the back as well. Bordeaux, throw for points. SAS has rejoined the game. That's a tough wall of Rutherford and the Doctor, plus the antidote as well.
The gap's closing. 4 points the difference. It's anyone's game. How long would one person jam for before they take a break? One jam?
Oh, I've seen people go back to back if they need to, depending on what that first jam looked like. Hey, look at that scalpel. 158. AKA Pitbull in regular derby life, of course. Has lead. The Quad Bombers had originally sent out Tumeki Bute as jammer. That star has been passed to their pivot. Stock balls of fire. Nice gap up the middle for Scalpel.
It was almost a jump.
It counts. That's a lead. That's a 2 Beckett. Nice bit of footwork and recovery from Scalpel.
The Trauma Queens, there's a bit of a family sitch going on there. We've got a mother and a daughter.
I'm looking at the scoreboard at the moment. We have a tie game, people. Tie game, 82 to 82.
Very exciting stuff. Nail-biting stuff, even.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first? We will. And that's the Doctor, paging the Doctor. 404. Grab leads.
I feel like things are stepping up a little bit here, the arena.
A little bit more.
The fun's slowly leaving and the competitive nature starting to come in.
Both teams are still up only round by corners 1 and 2. Kept it very tight for this jam. Queens did force the Bombers to pass the star. A lot of star passing today. It's good to see. And in regards to a tactic, of course. You can either hold on to the star and look for the gaps and try again, or otherwise pass it off to your pivot and let them go for points. solid 2-all again at the back for the Queens. That's Brain Trouble and Butcher. They were initially holding up Boo Boo. Oh, Boo Boo's done a Boo Boo. Off to the penalty box with yourself. Have a think about what you've done. Back on track, or at least
Not
in
really.
the infield.
Off track.
Recovered and still skating is scalp ball for the Queens. Had that bootay to get past. Clear instructions from their teammates.
Easy through there.
Took the gap, popped on through, and this jam will go for the full 2 minutes, making both teams work hard, opening the gap where they can for their jammer, closing the gap. That was some nice balance on the 1 foot. From Boo Boo. Just that last little bit trying to stay in balance. Bombers hustling up the top trying to get their jammer through. I believe there was a star pass involved there. Whilst the Queens had their jammer wrapped up at the back. Another wall of blue or navy.
Yeah, you haven't decided yet.
No, they're pretty close in colour.
How does dark blue fit in?
Too many syllables.
I'll go with that.
Starting the jam this time is Bug Out 175, aka Jaws. Found a gap, looks like on the outside line to come round.
Oh, there's some very fast skating going around that corner.
Holding the balance as they can.
Oh.
Ruby comes round for points.
Lead jammer swapped, is that right?
No,
Oh.
so Jaws has lead jammer status.
Oh.
They're basically jammer on jammer action.
There's a bit of fun, friendly rivalry going on here.
They both aim for the outside line, but Bug Out takes the inside. Sharp turns. The Queen shut down the inside line this time. And also the gap on the outside.
Oh, and they're through. Oh, there was a swivel around. A transition, is that what you call it?
Yeah, pretty much a 180 transition. Decide to skate part of it backwards because, you know, if you can, you can. Add a bit of flair.
How fast can you, I guess, slam into someone? Faster the better? Or more aim, a
So
bit
long as
aiming?
you've got control, I believe you can't be out of control. That would also cause a penalty. Very, very hard contact with that initial contact at times. You can see it's all about angles as well. You've got to hit and make contact at the right angle so you don't commit a penalty. Those safety zones, such as the back and the head and the lower part of the body.
And I have been told that arms are sometimes known as penalty sticks.
Pretty much.
especially by some more than others.
It's a good way of thinking about it. Oh, outside line, and just go Simba. That scoreboard and that clock at the same time. 7 points currently in it between these two teams. Devil's Daughter causing trouble from the other team. So has just Jimmy Boots to get past near that corner, number 4. Right, let's do it one-footed, says Stock Balls of Fire. Boo Boo and Danger Zone. Holding up Simba. Rutherford comes in. Shake it up a bit.
Oh, look at that scoreboard.
Anyone would think these teams want a draw so they can do
Oh, you're not going to call it a setup, are you?
No, not at all. We get tight games like this. I've been in a few myself, you know. It only takes 1 point.
What's your preferred position?
I'm a defensive blocker. Usually backwards, but have been known to play the inside line for occasion, if need be.
Is the jammer like the quarterback in American movies?
Oh, the Flash Harry? Yes. Yeah.
What about the pivot? What kind of personality is a pivot? If we're going with cliches and stereotypes and generalizations.
Reliable, solid.
Oh, that person.
Yeah. Well, they're the backup, aren't they? So
yeah.
they've got to be ready and willing to take the start.
They don't need to be the show-off, but they can be if they have to.
Good at offense, bit of defense.
Huh.
Second half jammer. All of them. Oh, I like this. Okay, this could be the final jam of the day. We have jamming for the Trauma Queens. 1986, that is a Liqueur Bordeaux today. A normal name is, of course, Bordeaux Bombshell. Our Bombshell is skating up against the Special Air Service. Also known as Short and Sweet. Short and Sweet is out and grabs lead. Bordeaux and Boo Boo are having a bit of a tussle at the back of the pack.
Oh, I love a bit of an in-house brawl.
Bordeaux has passed the V-Star or the Red Cross today to Paging Doctor. Comes up against Biggie Talls and Sonic Boom at the back.
Do you have to be on wheels, or can you just like crawl through a gap?
No, you've got to be upright, as they say, or get wheels off the track. Biggie Talls taking his seat in the penalty box. Whilst Special Air Service is hunting for points. Taking that inside.
We've had a hat swap. I've heard that sometimes they're called a panty. Is that true?
Yes, old school name is Panty here because it's an American sport. We don't do that here.
Oh, did we have what could be a possible apex jump just then?
Pretty much. Nice.
Wow.
It was a nice jump either way.
That's pretty exciting. Hey.
Things are occurring with the last few
Oh,
seconds.
we've had a crash.
See how this shakes out.
Wow, what a tight game. Was there a timeout called? When there's no time?
We'll see how it goes because
Very
we
confusing.
do have a jammer in the penalty box. We'll have to wait for the officials, of course, to call the game. I'm just going to check in with some last second points.
Bit of an anticlimax while we wait.
Pretty much. But with anticipation.
So if nothing changes, it'll be the Trauma Queens. But if I know Derby, I know that nothing makes sense, so anything could change.
So we do have both, I think, is both the jam refs currently over there, just double checking points. at
Both
the
jam
moment.
refs. So did I not even know this whole bout that each jammer has their own ref?
They do indeed, yes indeed. They're looking for penalties. They're obviously counting points for their jammers, and they're looking
Oh,
for
we've got an
penalties.
unofficial score.
Okay.
Do we announce that yet?
Wait.
We wait till it's official.
Yes, they're rolling.
What's the whistle call for official?
It's a rolling whistle.
Oh, does that just mean a long one?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
A semi-breve or a whole note, perhaps, as you will, if we're going to go into music notation. Trauma Queens are acting like it's official. Still waiting for that rolling whistle.
Are we going to get the heads up? There we go. That's
There
the
it
official
is.
whistle. That's what we were waiting for. The game is done, I do believe. We'll go with the scores that are on the board. 129 to the Trauma Queens, 125 to the Quad Bombers. The Queens take it.
I have to say, though, even though the Queens did win, everyone here today is a winner. Especially Derby. Derby's the winner.
And the 6 skaters that have played their very first Derby game, congratulations, well done.
Yeah, I expect there's quite a lot of adrenaline coursing through them at the moment, and possibly quite a lot of bruises also.
They will be developing in due course.
Yeah, which I believe are called Derby kisses.
Another term to add to the Derby dictionary.
Yeah, it's like Urban Dictionary, but slightly smaller, but no less feral by the sounds of it.
And with that, we leave you. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name has been Serrated Edge. I am with...
Squirrel.
There we go, Squirrel. Squirrel's very first game.